Hi, welcome. I'm attempting filming this outside on my ancient phone, so let's see how this goes. So this is day 7 of the Imperfection challenge I've set myself. I'm broadening my horizons slightly by being outside. It's so far been like a bit of a hit and miss sunny day, so I'm hoping the sun will stay out for a little bit of a chat. It's a little bit windy, so I'm hoping the microphone doesn't pick that up. This is all an experiment. It's very interesting seeing how it all goes. But even though it is still cold, I am actually braving, let me see, a bit of barefoot earthing. So it does feel so nice to have my feet in the grass again. I've not done this much since probably September, October last year, but for me it's really, really grounding, really earthing, and I believe our connection with nature is so supportive and healing for us, so it's really good to do. So it's day 7, which means that as soon as I upload this, I've achieved a week of daily posting, and I have kept to that and forced myself to not worry or delay or procrastinate, and to be able to keep talking and just be myself and post about that. And but it feels pretty good, and I don't know how long to carry on the challenge, so I think it might be nice to do it daily. There's not many people watching at the moment, but who knows in future if anything I say might become useful and interesting for people that discover it in future. So I might keep posting daily for another week and see how it goes, and it will also depend on my time and things. And I have thought about what happens if there's just so much on, or I'm unwell, or something comes up. It's fine. I think we'll just go with it and see what daily life brings up, and seeing what does come up in those challenges, that's part of it really. And it's a lesson in keeping going and forcing myself to do things through my own barriers, but to also maybe understand when to do a bit more or a bit less, and things like that. And yesterday's video was quite long, so it was really nice to go in depth on something, but I think today it's nice to have just like a small sweet little chat. The sun's really coming out now, maybe I'll even get a bit of a tan. It's a shame it is so cold, because I want to roll my sleeves up and get a bit more vitamin D, but I'm not sure how brave I am. So I've achieved a week of this, and if you're following along and you're thinking of doing something the same, I think a week actually does give you quite a lot of time to learn from this and to grow within yourself. I wouldn't say you necessarily need to do a whole month of daily posting, but it's whatever feels right for you, if it's something you want to do. But it was nice when I saw the sun to just go, there's things I need to do, but as much as life is important with our responsibilities and deadlines or pressures or whatever you want to call them, there'd be no point in being here if we didn't actually connect with the earth and go out and enjoy things like the sun and the grass, and when we have the opportunity. And it's been a bit hit and miss with the weather recently. It's only a couple of weeks ago it snowed where I am, so to be out enjoying the sun right now feels like a massive treat, and I love it. I'm such a sun lover. All summer I just want to be outside and work outside wherever I can, and just be in touch with it. And it's one of those things, I've always felt that way, but even more so in recent years. I just want to find ways of living where I am more connected to the outdoors, and with our homes being so we're like boarded out from the connection with nature, and I have all these concepts and ideas. If you go to my Pinterest boards, you can see all my kind of concepts around kind of eco living and things that I've pinned there about like I really want to build a sustainable home somewhere. Like in terms of finding the land and all that, I have no idea how to go about that at this point, and especially not in this country. Land's so expensive because I'm based in the UK, and so is my partner, so I don't feel like there's too much flexibility to move at this exact point, because I want to be around him geographically, physically. So it's like that feels like my first barrier to overcome. Hope you can still hear me. Is finding land, and I've thought about coming together with other people, but I haven't found maybe enough people at this point that we can go in together in one like specific place. This is partly because until recently-ish, I used to live in London, and a lot of my connections are quite far away from me, and now I'm in Yorkshire. So it's that's it's something I want to work on, is building connections with the right people here to make a community somewhere, get some land together and build something. And I really love the concept of cob houses. It's such a sustainable way of building. I really want to do that, and build a community centre and spaces and places for people to be real people and to just have a beautiful life together, and as much as we can, and just let some of these old constructs go that we have felt potentially trapped in, or I have anyway. I don't think it's entirely unique to me, but there's lots of constructs in this world that we're born into and we've lived in and tried to fit into, and everyone's different. I mean, I think there are some people, probably quite a small percentage, but there are some people who really enjoy the way that is and fit in well, maybe. But I think for the majority, we're feeling like there is a more natural way of living, and letting some of these or all of the constructs go, and coming back into real nature and humanity, and syncing up with everything again. And this is something I really want to do. Like I would really love to feel a lot more in touch with this space that I'm in now, rather than being indoors for a certain amount of the day and feeling out of touch with it. And I have like a wonderful indoor garden, let's call it. I have a lot of plants around at home, and my cats are very, they're a part of nature as well. And I have my connections to nature inside, but it just feels so different. Like I need to live somewhere where I feel connected to the ground, to the earth, and big windows, so that I feel like I'm part outside, part inside. And I'd love to have living walls, living roof, which is just where you either plant plants or you let mosses grow on it, or things like that. You can get kind of you can buy like turf tiles, I think, and go from there, and things like that. There's different ways of doing it, I think. But since I came across a living wall, which I guess is probably over a decade ago now, I've really been really into that concept in my own home whenever I have it. And I mean, in terms of renting, you can't necessarily hack your landlord's space and make a living wall or a living roof, but my own home in terms of owning. And yeah, I think cobs and earthships, that kind of concept as well, and living walls are kind of the things that are really driving me. That like my passion for that is what's driving me to try and figure out this thing and build something at some point, like hopefully sooner than I think I can. And yeah, but there are steps to take. You can't just, you can't skip right to the end. So there's more things I need to research. There's more people I need to meet, or allow the universe to bring us together. Yeah, and from there it'd be wonderful to be a part of this little community, and everyone bring things in and bring their own skills in and share, and there wouldn't need to be so much like earning of income, because we'd have so much that we produce or share ourselves. And yeah, it's still a little vague in my mind. I mean, I've had dreams about this for a long time, and I have past life memories where very different places, but where I've lived in a form of a community quite like this. And I know that I have even pioneered communities like this in other lives. It can be done. Of course, with past life memories, though, you get these tiny little snapshots of memories, and you don't necessarily know how you got to that, but you know that you did. So that's where I'm at with my past life memories, and I might try and meditate on some of these a bit more. But yeah, we all have our path to take, and if it's meant to be, it will all line up and roll out. The path will roll out in front of us at the speed it's meant to, at the time it's meant to, and it'll happen if it's meant to. Of course, we all need to put in a bit of our own work and direct a certain amount ourselves. You know, it won't happen if we do nothing. But there's some things, like if you want to organically meet the right people, you can't force that one. So that would be something that I'm thinking about, ways to encourage that, but obviously I can't force it. Yeah, and I've been really in my shell for quite a while in a hermit mode, so I do need to actually just reconnect with some people and see where they're at in life. And yeah, it depends on so many factors, doesn't it? Yeah, because I do have friends around London who have similar concepts to me, but they're likely to be doing it in quite a different area that I can't join in on unless I basically leave my partner functioning up here without me, and maybe join up again at a later date, which because we've only just really met. I mean, it's not just but we lived less than a year ago. Because we only met less than a year ago, I'm not feeling ready to part from him, so I really want to build something with him together. And he has so many of the similar, same-ish ideas as me. You know, we're really into co-creating something like this together. So it would, a lot of things do align with him, and I'm very lucky that we've met at this time when we do have similar ideas. We both do have these things that we want to have a go at. So I'm lucky in that way. It's been 13 minutes. I think I'm going to wrap up. So if you have any thoughts about anything I've spoken about, building these communities that are better connected with nature, please feel free to say anything about it in the comments. I might find actually there are some YouTube channels I follow that do go into these kind of alternative ways of living. I think one might be called Exploring Alternatives. But there's quite a few different, there's loads of videos on earthships and cob houses, and tiny homes, and different ways of like alternative living, in boats and floating islands, all sorts of things that if this has sparked an interest that you didn't know you had, just go and search for them. But if I find like the sort of the best things that have inspired me in my journey of figuring this stuff out, I'll share some stuff below when I upload. So if you want to just have a browse down there and see if anything like that resonates with you, and if you're around in the Yorkshire area and you want to sync up, I do have my email address somewhere on my YouTube channel. I'll pop it in the bit down there as well. And then if you feel called, there's no harm in dropping a line, and there's no pressure either that we would then have to be like build this community as to or any other groups. It would just be like, let's see what happens organically, naturally, and what aligns with everyone. I think that has to be the ground for it. It has to feel natural. So yeah, but you're welcome to get involved. Please feel free to contact me. But yeah, I'll leave it there, and have a beautiful weekend. If you're watching anywhere near the time I'm actually filming this, or whatever you're doing, have a wonderful day, and take care. And I'll probably be posting tomorrow, so I'll see you there if you would like, or whenever you're back. Thanks. Take care. Bye.